History is full of stories we think we know, but there's so much left untold. What if I told you some of the biggest events and people in history have been left out of the textbooks? Today, we're looking at hidden moments and figures that shaped the world, yet most people have never heard of. Let's get into it. Overlooked historical events. First, let's talk about the lost colony of Roanoke. It's one of America's greatest mysteries. Back in the late 1500s, a group of settlers disappeared without a trace. No struggle, no signs of life, just the word Croton carved on a post. Where did they go? Some say they joined a nearby Native American tribe, while others claim it was something more sinister. Now, have you heard of the Great Fire of Smyrna? In 1922, this once thriving city in modern-day Turkey was engulfed in flames during the Greco-Turkish War. Thousands died, and the city was reduced to ashes. But it's rarely talked about, likely because of the political sensitivities around the event. Then there's the 1871 Chinese massacre in Los Angeles. During a riot, 500 men stormed into Chinatown, killing at least 20 people. It was one of the deadliest racial attacks in U.S. history, yet barely anyone talks about it. Famous figures with hidden stories. Next up is Rosalind Franklin. You probably know Watson and Crick as the discoverers of DNA's double helix structure, but Franklin's work was crucial. She took the groundbreaking photos that helped them develop their model, but she didn't get the credit she deserved for years. Without her, DNA's structure might have remained a mystery. Ignaz Semmelweis is another unsung hero. Back in the 1800s, he figured out that doctors should wash their hands between surgeries. Crazy, right? This simple practice drastically reduced death rates, but his peers didn't believe him. They even fired him, and he died without seeing the impact of his life-saving discovery. Bayard Rustin was a key figure in the U.S. civil rights movement, yet his name is often left out of the story. He organized the famous March on Washington with Martin Luther King Jr., but because he was openly gay, he was forced into the background. Rustin's work was essential, but he didn't get the recognition he deserved until later in life. Shocking policies and decisions. Let's switch gears to some shocking decisions. After World War II, the U.S. launched Operation Paperclip, secretly recruiting over 1,600 Nazi scientists to work in America. Many of these scientists had committed horrendous war crimes, yet they were brought over to help in the Cold War. It's a dark chapter of history that rarely makes it into school curriculums. Then, there's the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, where black men in Alabama were left untreated for syphilis for 40 years so doctors could study the disease's progression. These men were lied to and told they were receiving treatment. It's one of the most horrifying breaches of medical ethics in American history. Finally, have you ever heard of the Franklin State? After the American Revolution, settlers in what is now Tennessee tried to form their own independent state called Franklin. It lasted for 4 years, and even though they petitioned for statehood, they didn't make it. Eventually, it all collapsed, and Franklin was absorbed back into North Carolina. These stories aren't just footnotes, they shape the world in ways we don't even realize. If you found these hidden history facts interesting, leave a comment below on which surprised you the most. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Let's keep uncovering the truths they left out.